All right, this is a quick tutorial on how to clean up your Canvas classes and make them a little more user-friendly for your students, and to make sure that everything works as appropriately as possible before you push it out to students. So I'm going to go ahead. First of all, if you don't have your class set up with card view, or your students don't have it set up with card view, if it looks like this, you're going to want them to move to card view, because it's only going to show that course like this, and it's going to only give them the things that are coming up. So if you have a page, or if you have something that's other than an assignment, they're not going to see it. So you're going to want to click on the three dots and set it up with card view. Try to encourage your students to use card view. You can also change the pictures on your Canvas course so they're more easily recognizable. I'm going to show you something in our PLC sandbox so that you can set up your class to be a little more user-friendly and give the students a fewer number of choices to go to and get off task with. So I'm going to open up my course, and you'll notice on this left-hand side, there are a couple of things that have the I with a slash, right? That means if I went to student view, which is a great tool, that a student would not be able to see those things. Now those with the eyes crossed out are gone. You don't want students to have a ton of options over here. Specifically, you don't want them to have the chat option, because then they're just going to chat through Canvas with one another instead of listening to your lesson or doing the actions or doing the actual activity. All of these things are still accessible to students if you just put them in the module. So I'm going to show you a quick way to get rid of all of this for students. You can still use them, but students will not see them on their end. So to get rid of all this, you're going to scroll all the way down to settings, and you're going to click on settings. This is where you can change your picture. You can make some additions to like announcements, things like that. But you're going to go to navigation. And all of these at the top, these are things that students can see on the left-hand side in that menu. You really don't want them to see all of this, because that's more places for them to go and get lost. So you're going to scroll down. You'll see there's a place where you can drag items here to hide them from students. I'm going to drag every single thing except for 2, possibly 3. Right now, I'm only going to leave 2. I'm definitely getting rid of chat. If you don't get rid of anything else, get rid of chat. I'm going to leave modules. I'm going to pull everything else down except for modules and home. Here's the other thing you can leave. You can leave grades. But if you keep grades other than just on Canvas, if you take grades other than just on Canvas, then the Canvas grade is never really going to look like their actual grade. Sometimes I will leave it so that they can see the feedback on the assignment easier, or they can see the specific grade easier. But right now, I'm even going to move that down. So now I've moved them all down. One important step, scroll down and hit save. Now you'll see all of these things have the crossed out I. That means students will not be able to see them. When that happens and I go into student view, go back to home. When I go into student view, now there's only 2 places that kids are going to be able to go. That's home and modules. My home page is my module page. If you have a cool home page with buttons and syllabus and contact information, all that, that's great. But for me, it's easiest for students to just go, the home page is the modules page, okay? And then you can set your modules up. If you want to make sure that something actually works, like a link actually works, how students need to see it, please use student view mode. You can click into an assignment. You can see exactly how it's going to look. I have a link in here. I can click on the link and make sure it actually looks how I want it to look for students. I'm not giving them the teacher link. I'm not giving them the editable link. I'm giving them the link of what they need to see. I hope that helps. If you have additional Canvas questions, please reach out to someone on the CTAC team or someone in your department who feels comfortable with Canvas. I promise you, the fewer choices you give kids, the less likely they are to get lost. When you do organize your modules, you can still use all of these things. You can create an assignment with this tab. You can create a page with this tab. You can add a file with this tab, with these tabs. You can still use all these tabs. It just won't allow for the students to see them and click on them. I organize my module so that students know exactly where to go next, okay? We will be offering some Canvas courses later in the month or later in September. If you have questions before then, again, please reach out to any of us and we will help you, or send me an email with your question and I'll make a quick video to show you how to do it on your own. Hope that helps. Thanks for listening.